Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us today on this live recording of Block Talk Podcast here on Facebook Gaming. I'm your host, See-Through. For those of you that don't know, I am a Minecraft streamer on Facebook Gaming. I started this podcast to give my community an additional content to listen to on the daily. Shortly, this podcast will be available on all podcast platforms. Today, guys, we have a special guest, and that special guest is the Red Baron himself. He is a streamer here on Facebook Gaming, as well as a High Council member of the Minecraft RP group, the Sandbox Kids. Mr. Red, say hi to everybody, sir.
Good morning, See-Through and the crowd, the squad. What's up, guys?
The squad. So yeah, we brought, today's our first interview. We brought Mr. Red on here kind of as a pilot thing for interviews for today and the future and everything else. And gonna ask him a couple questions and, you know, hope you guys enjoy getting to learn Red a little bit more. I've got his link on the stream here. And if you guys want to check him out, you can definitely do that. So I'm going to start the questions off by asking Mr. Red, explain to us, what is Sandbox Kids? Just what is Sandbox Kids as a whole?
Well, Sandbox Kids is easiest way to describe it. It's a group of content creators, mostly video game streamers on Facebook and Twitch, that enjoy playing with others, playing together as a group and cooperative teamwork. And that's basically how it started. There's lots of requirements and rules, like being family friendly. We strive for that. We push for respecting each other's brand and trying to find ways that we can make each game we play more fun by adding like-minded people.
Awesome. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a group of friends that play games together. In a very civil way, I would assume. All right.
That's the goal, yeah.
So these questions might be kind of all over the place, but it's definitely going to let everybody get a better view of who you are as a streamer, as a person, and everything like that. So let us know, like, why did you decide to start streaming, and why did you decide to choose Facebook as your platform? Or did you start somewhere else? Like, let us know.
Oh, I did start on Facebook. I've been streaming for almost 2 years now. And when I was a kid, I loved making people laugh. Being born with curly red hair, that was pretty easy to do. And I always wanted to be an actor. Always wanted to perform. And never got the chance. Audition after audition failed. Finally, about 4 years ago, I got into background acting and actually am in about 37 different projects over the next 2.5 years. I'm in Low Key. I'm in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Lots of other little films. But the background acting wasn't paying the bills. It wasn't bringing in really as much as the travel cost. So a buddy of mine said, "Hey, have you ever considered streaming?" Like, no, I can't just watch people play video games. I've never enjoyed it. Well, he convinced me to try it, and I fell in love with entertaining the community and the comments and the feedback and the energy of it. It just became something I fell in love with. And now I'm committed.
Yep, I feel that for sure, 100%. Let's see here. Tell us a little bit about your Fireside Streams. Where did you come up with that idea, and kind of how do you do it?
Well, at the time, I had never seen anybody play a video game from a campsite in the woods.
And it's all about finding a niche, and that's a pretty good one. Plug your power cord into the tree, right?
Well, a friend of mine has a small setup. I can't really go into detail. He's a prepper survivalist, and he's very secretive about his gear. But he has a mobile unit that can provide power and internet service for his bug out location. And he lets me plug right into it. Now, the Ethernet cord is several hundred feet long so that you can't hear the generator, but I tried it. It worked. I streamed Skyrim the first time I was out there. I cooked a Skyrim vegetable soup on a campfire live from the middle of the woods.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
And yeah, it became a thing. So I am the camping streamer.
How often do you do it? Just like once a month or so, or just whenever you get a chance?
I do try to go at least once a month when the weather permits. Now, I'm taking my computer out there, so I have to be careful. I do have tarps, I do have weather protection, but if it's really thunderstorm out there, electrical, lightning, I'm not taking my computer out. If it's freezing cold,
too well.
No. If it's freezing cold, then I'm not going out there.
Sounds like Fire Marshal Bill. Bad weather.
Exactly.
And electronics.
Yeah, it could be dangerous, you know.
Bad weather and electronics, a deadly combination.
It could be. I'm combining my knowledge of survival camping and wilderness survival with my gaming and streaming experience, and it's a neat combination. You've got a lot of survival games. Why not go survival camping and play the games?
Very true. I would like to let you know that Crystal, Josh, and Dora all say hi here in the chat.
Oh my God! Hey guys, what's up? Welcome in.
All right, so another one that kind of goes off path here is if you were to pick, and be careful about your pick because people might judge you, or
judge me,
or who cares? If you had to pick one favorite music artist in the music industry, who would that be?
Oh my God.
Off the rails a little bit.
Like with a crazy train?
Yep, with a crazy train, exactly.
I do love Ozzy. There's no way I can pin it down to a single artist or group.
Maybe like a genre, even.
Well, I will say that the music of 1900 to 1999 was the best ever, and nothing else comes close.
There you go.
I am a big fan of classic rock, though.
Classic
Anything Metallica,
rock.
I'm right there.
Oh yeah. So you kind of already described this to a point here, but my next question is, what kind of work do you do or have you done in your personal life outside of streaming? And now I'm just going to ask outside of potentially an acting career as well. What else have you done in your journey?
That is a very long list, but I'll try to make it quick. And don't worry about repeating. Everybody knows I talk too much anyway. I started off in construction, working for my dad. I moved from framing into trim. I did a little bit of painting, found out that was not for me. I went into food service, restaurant work, management, delivering pizzas, waiting tables, running my own business, third-party delivery for several years. I was a security guard. I was a car salesman. It's a very long list.
So you're a red of all trades, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
A red of all trades.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Trenton says, looking at Red doing his best, most interesting man in the world pose. Oh, that's funny. That's good stuff.
You know what?
There you go. So back onto the Minecraft side of things. If you could improve one skill in your Minecraft gameplay, what would it be?
Minecraft.
Just Minecraft in general. Everything.
Yeah, I need to learn how to play that. Someday I'll learn how to play Minecraft. Yeah.
And we all know your favorite thing to do is just kind of just digging, huh?
Digging holes. That's right. That's what I'm good at.
He's the mole. He's the mole of the group.
Well, it's Minecraft, you know, so I think I've got the mining down. Maybe I should try the crafting next.
Yeah, you're kind of playing Mine Dig right now. You just gotta elevate into Minecraft. That's funny.
Nobody's never gonna find me in Last Kid Standing. They're never gonna find me.
Yep, they're never gonna find you.
I'm in a different hole every day.
All right, so if you had to give one tip to all the other content creators out there in the world, streaming on Facebook, what would it be?
One tip.
one thing you've figured out that kind of works for you?
Well, I'm still hacking and slashing through what really works for me. But I will say this.
This is a tough one.
Similar to the way you are in life, in business and in striving for anything, establish what it is that you really want out of what you're doing. Is it for your fun and enjoyment, or is it to be full-time? And then just commit to it and get what you want out of it more than anything else. Just go after what you really want out of it.
There you go. Just be yourself and chase your own goals down. I like it. I like it a lot. Don't be toxic. Nobody likes toxic.
Yeah. It's poison for a reason.
Right. So, any spoilers or anything for the next season of Sandbox, kids?
Ooh.
Mm.
Well, I could get kicked out of the High Council for this one. Let's see. What little gem do I want to drop? I've already told you guys about the D&D coming up. I've already told you about other types of games and content.
Beard said a tip from him would be to not block an entire country from your stream.
Yeah, that could potentially be very bad for you. I can imagine that would be very bad.
That's crazy. Who would ever do that?
Who would do that? Who would do that? Well, maybe not a spoiler, but how about something new that just showed up this morning?
Absolutely.
Dark Death Evil channel has now got a workout morning daily stream. Check out his page and the link that I shared earlier today. He's going to be helping you get fit and have fun doing it.
Yeah, Dark Death has started a Get Fit Quick DDR mixtape.
There you go.
Red shared that on that page on his page, so go check that out if you're into fitness.
Talking about mixtapes.
Unlike me, I'm just into fitness donut in my mouth. That's about all fitness I get into.
Pizza.
Pizza. All right, man. I think it's time for the spotlight for you. Fill the people in on your schedule, what you stream, what kind of content you provide for your viewers. Just let them know what you got going on the daily.
Well, guys, I try to bring you the best content that I can any way I can because my schedule is impossible to nail down. So most of the time it's at night on the East Coast. It's nightly streams, primarily Minecraft. I do play several other games, usually survival-based like Skyrim, Valheim, Grounded, Raft. I like playing crafting games, and I love playing with other people, cooperative. I'd never play any kind of Call of Duty or Fortnite first-person shooter PvPs because, well, I'm terrible at them. My efforts right now are focused completely on Sandbox Kids and building solid, family-friendly, teamwork content for all the communities that make up that group, including See-Through, Dark Death Evil, Texas Toast, Bearded Wonder Gaming, Neurodivergent Gamer. All of us are committed to this brand new season, and you definitely don't want to miss the opening day.
I have a feeling that's a definite fact, and I also have a feeling that that unfortunately, since you started naming people off, I'm sure there's a few you missed, and they're gonna be sad.
Lots of them. There's lots of people I miss. There's way too many for me to list. It's like 22 of us now. Yeah,
there's quite a bit of people, quite a bit of Sandbox Kids. It's growing fast. If you don't know about it, guys, check it out. It's super fun, super awesome. We put out a lot of good stuff, a lot of good RP. And a lot of really cool people. Yeah. Yep.
We accept nothing but the best.
Hear ye, hear ye. So I have noticed that you really like voices and impressions and stuff like that. What's
I knew it.
What's your best impression that you can do? I could tell you my favorite that you do. But I want to know. Nope. My favorite is
Somebody put you up to this one.
No, actually that's not even on my list. I just kind of thought of it. My favorite one that you do is the lion from Wizard of Oz. I think you got that like spot on. If I were the king. Way to put this man on the spot, huh?
if the opportunity pops up and I nail it and I nail the voice, then it's great. But you get me cracking up first, it's hard to get there.
Yep.
I'll get it with a gun, and I'll take it, I'll scratch his eyes out, and tear him apart.
Oh my god, dude. That is just priceless. That's my favorite part about Red. Also, guys, another thing I really like about him is if you raid the Red Baron, watch out for cannonballs is all I have to say. Okay. Watch out for cannonballs.
Let's say the one that gets requested the most is Gollum.
Ah.
From Lord of the Rings. And Gollum's not easy. It's a combination of two different voices. You got Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, which is Experiment 626. And then from back in the 80s, there's a horror movie known as Gremlins. So when you combine Stitch with Gremlins, you get Gollum. Smeagol. Smeagol. My precious.
I'm convinced that he is the Smeagol. Now we all know. The truth is out. Look in the credits. It'll just say Red Baron. That's why we never known up till this point. It just says Red Baron.
Oh, shucks, fella. You don't have to go on and on about it.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to stop.
Wow.
I'm going to stop.
That's awesome, man. Well, I'm out of questions. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
Oh, well, since this is my first podcast, I have no idea what to do here. You might have already covered this with your audience before, but where do you want to go with the podcasting thing?
So my big thing with it, and this is always how I felt, is content. The more stuff you can get out there in the world, the more recognizable you will become. So anything that you can potentially do it. And I started this podcast simply because, one, that's the number one reason, and two, to kind of have an additional thing on top of my evening stream, because I feel like I owe my viewers more than just 3 hours of my day. Why I don't stream during the day is because I want to provide you guys with all of my attention, and I also, during the day, I have to provide my son with all of my attention. So this short little podcast here, 10, 20, 30 minutes at the most, he's back here watching TV, so he's not too bugged out by anything right now. But you've noticed on the past couple ones, he's came over and joined me. I just, I feel like I owe my viewers an additional thing on top of my evening stream. So that is the biggest reason why I started it, on top of, just being more content out there in the world. And yeah, that's pretty much, that's about it.
Well, I can't argue with our followers deserving more from us. I completely agree.
Absolutely. Alrighty then. Well, if you've got nothing else for me, I've got nothing else for you, and that concludes episode 4, interview with the Red Baron. Guys, if you're not following the Red Baron, his link is right here. Type it in, search it up. Hi, Shayla, you joined right at the end here. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate you. Once again, this will be available on all podcast platforms as well as Facebook for the video and the audio versions. But thank you guys for watching. You're awesome. And we will see ya tomorrow on the next one. Ask him about his TV experience. Oh, it's too late. We already did the outro. All right, y'all. We'll take it easy. See you later.